Hi and welcome to Lisa's Craft Station. In this little video I'm going to show you how to cast on, how to knit a row and how to purl a row. It's purely for, I know a lot of people who are watching this probably already know how to do those things, but if not, then these are the basics. Most knitting patterns work around knitting the knit stitch and the purl stitch, so I shall move swiftly on. For the benefit of the video, to make it a little bit easier to see what's going on, I've decided to do it in a chunky wool. So I have some cream chunky wool here and 7mm needles. As you can see, they're good and for chunky wool as well. So I'll just move that over there for a second. So to cast on, you start off by creating a slip knot. So a slip knot, for those who don't know what it is, so try and do it as slowly as I can. I'm so used to doing this on autopilot, it's not easy to actually explain how. So if you can see what I'm doing, so there's that, then you wrap that over, as you can see, and you thread that back through there, like so. Close that, and that makes your slip knot. Okay, so there we go. So you thread that through onto your needle. But it's always good to have a bit of a tassel that you, I know it's a pain to move it, keep moving it out of the way, but I always find with a little bit of a tassel you know where the beginning of your knitting is once you get going. So to cast on, this is how I do it obviously. Other people will show you other ways, but this is the way that I was always taught. So pull that a bit too tight. So basically we take the slip knot, it's not too loose, not too tight on the needle, thread your other needle through like so. Okay, then you wrap the wool around, push it through so that it comes like that, pull the wool out and then thread it back over the needle. And as you can see, we now have 2 stitches. So for the next stitch, you go between the 2 stitches, wrap it around the needle, pull it back through, and then back on your needle again. So now we have 3 stitches. So you just repeat until you have, do that a bit slower again, sorry, so wrap it around again. You just repeat this until you have the required amount of stitches. So try and keep them relatively loose. There we go. So I'll just cast on 5 more, and then we've got a few stitches to show you a knit row. So thread through, wrap it around, pull back and back over. Wrap it around, pull through and back over. So if, you know, practice makes perfect, as they say. So you can always just sit with your wool and knitting needles and just keep doing this until you're happy with it, and then obviously you can just take off however many stitches you don't need. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That should be enough to give us, so I can show you how to actually knit. So there we go. Knit is again straightforward. You've got your knitting in this case it's in my left hand. Like I say, I'm left-handed, so I do apologise if it's back to front for you, but it's in your, basically in your prominent hand. So you thread your other needle through the loop, as you can see here. Try and bring it in as I'm doing this, and then wrap that around the needle, pull it through, but then instead of putting it back onto that needle, you pull it off. Okay, so again, through the loop, wrap it around, twist that over and off. So through, around, and pull it off. Wrap it around, through, and off. Okay, so again, like I say, it's always good when you're first learning. If you cast on quite a few stitches, then you can just literally go all the way through the needle and just practice. So there we go. So again, through, around, off, and there. And the last 3 stitches again. The first row you will tend to find, depending on whether you're a tight knitter or a loose knitter, the first row tends to be a little bit tighter than any other. But after that it tends to have a bit more give to it. So there we go. That's a knit row. There we go. The pattern you all are familiar with. So what we do then is flip the needle over. So again, it's in your prominent hand. Purl row is I guess a mirror image of a knit row. So rather than working in the front of the stitch, work in the back of the stitch. So you go through the back of the stitch, wrap the wool over, so as you can see it's in the back. So again, wrap it around, pull it there and back. Okay, do it slowly again. So through, wrap it around and back. So as you can see, it is literally the reverse or the mirror image of a knit stitch. So you go through the back, wrap it around, pull the needle to the front and through, around, off, through, into the back, around, through, through, around and through. And there we go, the last 2 stitches, bit around, through and back, around, through and back. And there we have it. 10 stitches and 2 rows, and we have our little knitting done. I hope you found that little tutorial useful for those who are beginners. Please give this little video a like if you enjoyed it. That would be great, and if you aren't already subbed, please do so. I'm hoping to be getting a lot more of my Art of Knitting blanket. I'm knitting individual squares each week. There'll be a gallery coming up very soon with all the 45 squares that I've already completed, and then after that, hopefully each week I'll be doing a new square, starting off with number 46. So yes, please watch this space and give me a like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Until next time, stay safe, keep crafting, and bye for now.